to be here. Thank you for coming. This is a very funny thing, this moving sidewalk. I feel like a piece of luggage at baggage claim. It's like I wanted to just kind of continue and keep going around and around. Anyway, I'm a cartoonist for The New Yorker. I don't know how much of my work will translate. I hope a lot of it, so we'll see. Anyway, my first cartoon that I'm going to show is Pigeon Little. And Pigeon's walking along the street in New York and going, "The sky is falling, the sky is, oh look, part of a bagel." This is the fountain of puberty. You know, when my kids were in middle school, I used to sometimes hang out in front of the school and just watch these kids who were 13, 14, 12 years old coming out, and I would just sit in my car and laugh. Because, you know, they're growing, but not everything grows at the same time. It's kind of funny. This is the last Thanksgiving. We have can't have salt, lactose intolerant, vegetarian, vegan, macrobiotic, fanatic traditionalist, on a cleanse, strictly kosher, ultra picky gourmet, and allergic to gluten. I don't know if you have this gluten thing in Mexico, but suddenly everybody is allergic to gluten. It's very bizarre. I never even heard of it. I don't even really know what it is. This cartoon, a lot of times people ask me, where do you get your ideas? And most of the time, I can't tell them. I really don't know. I have always liked to draw cartoons, and always liked to draw, and without even meaning to, when I was a kid, my drawings would somehow come out funny. Like, I remember when I was young and all the little girls would draw horses, and I didn't really like horses. I grew up in Brooklyn. I didn't really see a lot of horses. Whenever I saw them, they looked very large to me. The heads were too big. I didn't like the way the eyeball would roll around in the head. I just like their mouths, it was like disgusting. And, but anyway, I made myself draw horses once, and they were terrible horses, but they made me laugh and laugh and laugh. And I think one thing about a cartooning is that you don't need to draw a perfect horse. You just need to draw a horse funny. So anyway, to get back to this cartoon, my daughter, who was around 16 at the time, was doing her homework in the living room, and she was listening to some hip-hop music and or something on the boombox, and I wanted to see if she was paying attention. And so I did this little dance, you know, and it wasn't even that intense. It was just like a little dance. If, you know, to a teenager, the adult body just standing there and breathing is disgusting. But if you really want to exaggerate that disgust, just move a little bit, just do a little dance. And so she was doing her homework, I listened to music, I did a little dance with like the hips and the this, and she just looked up and she said, "Mom, stop, you're hurting me." And I said, "Can I use that?" And she said, "Oh, sure, go ahead." This is just a Venn diagram. Fun, boring, overlap, sort of how I feel about a lot of things. This is urban trail mix. Tic Tacs, Zoloft, Tylenol, Xanax, No-Dose, Valium Tums, and almonds for protein, you know. This is before the internet. Who played the super on that TV show from the early 70s? The one with the 3 veterinarians? I don't know. Oh God, we may never know. I think of this guy as Obit Man. I don't know if any of you read the obituaries, but I do. And I'm always very conscious of the ages when people died for some reason. So it's, you know, 2 years younger than you, 12 years older than you, 3 years your junior, 5 years your senior. It's exactly your age. It's never good, never good. It's trapped in a how are you vortex. This is like what happens when you're talking to people sometimes, like somebody that you don't know that well, and you start one of these conversations. So it's, No complaints, how are you? I'm good. How are you? Good. How are things going? Fine. You? Everything's good. How about you? Good. How have you been? Good. So how's life? Good. And yourself? No complaints. How are you? And this could just go on, into eternity until like somebody stops, steps off the conveyor belt. This is the great-great-grandson of Godzilla. It's just, oh God, I'm so sorry. I'm such a klutz. This is obsessive-compulsive Santa. He's making a list, he's checking it twice, but the margins are crooked, so he's writing it again, and he's checking it again, and he's checking it once more, but somehow he misspelled Laura, so he's crossing it out. Now he's crumpling it up, and he's making another list, and he's just, this is just antiques, collectibles, bric-a-brac, garbage. This is the freelance life. And I guess it's sort of based on a genre of cartoons that is the Honey, I'm Home genre. And this is a well-known New Yorker genre. There are genres of cartoons that I think for those of us who are cartoonists, there's a lot of different ways of working, and most of us are a blend of the two things. One is you get your ideas you draw your cartoons from things that have happened in your life that are funny, or things you've observed, or a sign you've seen, or something you've overheard. And sometimes the cartoons that you do are related in a way to genres of cartoons, like the desert island cartoon. I mean, most of us have never been on a desert island. Or tombstone cartoons, or desk jokes, or the Honey, I'm Home joke. Anyway, so this is the freelance life, and it's Honey, I'm still home. And this leads me into talking a little bit about process. As I said, I work for the New Yorker magazine. I've done cartoons for them since 1978, when I first got out of college. A miracle happened, and they hired me. And there's about 40 cartoonists, staff cartoonists, and it's a weekly magazine, so we all submit what we call the batch of cartoons every week. I mean, it's funny because occasionally somebody will ask me, or say, you must have the greatest job in the world. You do one cartoon a week and they buy it. And I think, oh, if you only knew. Because basically what it is we all submit approximately 10 rough sketches a week in this batch. So there's 40 cartoonists on staff, and we submit about 10 ideas a piece. So that's 400 drawings. And then there's the stuff that comes in over the transom from non-staff people. So let's say another 400 cartoons. That's 800 cartoons come into the magazine every week. At that point, anyway, every week, this is my desk. This is where I work, my coffee, my art supplies, my paper. I have my sketches. And at some point, pay no attention to the thing behind the scanner. That's just in our house. I don't know why. I scan my sketches, and I send them by email to the New Yorker, because I don't live in New York City anymore. And I send them through cyberspace. And yeah, that's pretty much cyberspace right there. Remember, there's about 400 drawings going through cyberspace, of which they're going to buy 20. So that's it. Those are your odds. There's like 400 from staff people, 400 from non-staff people. And at the art meeting, because every week at the New Yorker there's an art meeting, and that would be the editor-in-chief, who's David Remnick, and the cartoon editor, who's Bob Mankoff, and a few other people. And there's an art meeting, and then you find out whether It's yes or no, and it's generally no. And I won't tell you which one is David and which one is Bob. But that's generally, if they're buying 20 drawings out of 800, that's about your odds. And then I take the rejects and I put them into my filing cabinets. And so there's a lot. If you don't like rejection, this is not the job for you. Anyway, I just wanted to tell you a little bit about the process. This is another cartoon. This is dousing for coffee. Dousing. This is the little engine that coulda, woulda, shoulda. That's another genre, kind of fairy tale jokes. I don't know whether you have the same ones in Mexico, but the little engine. This is in a just world. We have dunce and bitch. I think this was the first time the word bitch appeared in a cartoon in the New Yorker. Thank you very much. This is the MRI of love. This is another genre. The tunnel of love jokes is a genre. This is the Holy Trinity. We have salt, butter, and sugar. The mom and pop grocerette. We never see you anymore. What's the matter? Maybe we don't carry enough of those fancy gourmet things? Guess you're all grown up now and you have your own life. Don't worry about us. This is the 3 ages of man. Younger than your doctor, the same age as your doctor, and older than your doctor. This is the first cover I did of the New Yorker. Looks like I'm running out of time, so I'm going to go through the last. This is a recent one, shelved. It's just books looking sort of dismayed. This is a statue joke. We died after a brave battle with everything. This is It Never Ends. Oh dear, there's 3 seconds left. Okay, I'm just gonna go through this. Aunt Clara gives person ugly itchy sweater. Sweater is thrown away. Bag is carted to dump. After 10,000 years, dump becomes earth again. Grass grows on the site. Grass is eaten by sheep. Wool is taken from the sheep and fashioned into an ugly itchy sweater. This is too early to begin working on, too late to do anything about. I'm not even going to read this. This is Dream Parents. Oh, you definitely look like a cheap slut in that. Have fun. See you whenever. You're going out with Johnny? Ooh, I saw his name in the police log. He's famous. The Velcro's at home. This is the vain but realistic queen. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who, if she lost 10 pounds and had her eyes and her neck done and had the right haircut, could in her age group be the fairest one of all? This is as I said, I love these end of the world men jokes. The end is near, and so I was drawing. I said, he needs a wife. You wish. And tuned in, turned on, dropped out, dropped in, worked out, saved up, dropped dead. That's it. Thank you very much.